Hello everyone, today we will walk us through the genie interface in databricks. Usually when product and business want to understand what is the end insights from data about users, about business, about service, they have to rely upon an ETL pipeline and insights from data engineers and data scientists about the data to understand what they mean and then also write those queries and then get the end insights from the data, statistics, KPIs, or reports. Genie takes it one step ahead and bridges this gap by associating the relevant data which is necessary for the analysis by bringing all this data from Unity catalog in a governance oriented interface which allows them to put any query in natural language and get insights in terms of the generative AI power. If you see some examples here, the question from Robert is show me sales performance by territory, and Jenny through the generative AI capability gives those numbers by running those queries. If a similar query needs to be run in a traditional uh, way, the first way would be to recognize the different columns and tables which should be needed. Second is to write a query. Third is to create this table in a dashboard. So the three steps here which Genie helps you with. And it's all about the natural language, the data intelligence capability in the generative AI along with the governed and secure access. We'll have a very brief walkthrough of this capability. So here I don't have any interface, so I'll click on new. The very first step is to select a particular data source, which I will do from the data which I have for customer tickets. So I've associated this here. Now we don't have a, for which I will do is first create a warehouse, which is SQL warehouse to help us here. Once this is up, which is a serverless based interface, I'll then go to Genie here on the left and try to click on the plus new button, associate the data set which I want for this particular localized environment for me to query it. Now that the SQL warehouse is established along with the Genie platform, I know what data sets are involved here. The very first sample question which it allows us to do is explain the data set. That's a good start for me. The question is what tables are there and how they are connected. Now as it knows from the schema that there is a customer ticket and it gives us some information about ticket ID, document, description, email, priority and creation dates. I can ask it another question. As business, I want to know what are the different categories and how many customer requests fall in which category. So now if you see, does this analysis provides the total number of customer tickets categorized by the priority level, and it defines the priority. So I know that there are three priority levels: not urgent, urgent, impacting the production, and these are the number of tickets. And it also gives me a very neat uh, bar chart here showing a representation of it. It also helps me with some of the common questions which I could ask, like what is the distribution of ticket priorities among the race tickets? What are the most common issues? This is a valid question which I'd like to know. So let's proceed with this. So you can see it kind of has a representation of the most common set of questions, and at the same time we can on the right side see what is the data set it has access to, from which it is discovering insights from, and we can also write some general instructions, and if we wanted to act like a customer service representative to play a particular role so that we don't have to repeat it in a prompt. And we can also write a few queries from which Genie can learn from, kind of give it some helpful layers here. So from this we can understand how helpful this is from a product and business perspective to play with, to generate some very quick insights and then build from it if needed on a very enterprise level. Hope this short demo about Databricks Genie was helpful. Thank you.